morning, everyone. I'm going to talk for a second, then I'm going to hand it over to Rusty because he's the one with the most to say today.
What?
Yeah, what we've been doing, what we've been working on.
Oh,
Doesn't know. Anyway, sorry it's been a while since we put out a video, but we've been busy. And on the video, as you watch this video, you'll see what we've been doing. Again, I just want to point out there for any of the naysayers, we're not telling you how to do it. We're just showing you us doing it and how we're doing it. So we don't know if it's right or wrong because, this is the first time we've done this video. Is going to be mostly, we're working on my sewing room, first of all. And we're putting the tongue and groove wood up. We put it on the ceiling. Rusty installed the lights. I have 4 lights in there. It's a 20 by 11-ish, wouldn't you say, room?
yeah.
A little over 10, somewhere between 10 and 11 wide for my long arm because I'm a quilter. And so I have extra lighting in there. So if you're thinking the lighting's overkill, you're probably right. But that's mainly because I'm going to be sewing in there, and I do quilts and quilt related type things. So I need good lighting. That's one reason there's 3 windows in that room too. So, but Rusty will give you a couple of tips and tricks, like you said you need to let everybody know about keeping the wood off and getting started with the level. So anyway, I'll hand it over to him.
Yeah, we didn't state it whenever we were doing it, but we put a piece of 3/4 inch wallboard on the floor to keep the boards off the floor. The bottom board on the wall joists is treated lumber. The 1x6 tongue and groove is not treated. So you don't want any moisture and stuff getting on it, or it will mold and mildew real bad and rot and everything. So even on sheetrock, if you're doing a sheetrock or any kind of wall material, you want to keep it up off the floor at least a good ½ inch.
Concrete does that?
Well,
is it just concrete?
Concrete, wood floor, it don't matter, because say your hot water tank springs a leak and goes all over your floor. If you got that gap, if you're real lucky, it doesn't get deep enough to soak up into your wall and get into your sheetrock and run your sheetrock. If you're real lucky, it just stays on the floor. Yeah, leave a window open and the rain blows in. If your sheetrock and stuff's on the floor, it's gonna get run. And you're with us using tongue and groove, it may not run it, but it adds moisture there that can mold and mildew. So you always want to keep a gap in between the bottom of your wall.
And it was easy to do because Rusty just put down boards on the bottom, and then he just sat the first tongue and groove on top of that board. And then he also used
level on it.
Right, to get the first one started.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it on the whole entire wall. But
yeah, we just put the level on the first row all the way around, and that way, if you're not off, because the further up you get to using this tongue and groove, any imperfections you get as you get further up, they get worse.
Right.
So unless you catch it and go to correcting it a little bit here and there.
So we're going to show you guys what we did. I'm going to probably do most of this on time lapse because it gets really boring. It looks like we did it really fast. We didn't do it really fast, but we did it as quick as we could. But we did get the whole entire room, ceiling and all the walls and the trim up and painted. I wasn't going to paint it, but I did because everybody thought I should go ahead and paint it, which it does look really nice. But we got it all done in what I'd say 4 days. And
Yeah,
now
about
he's
4 days.
working on getting the attic ladder installed right now. We've ordered the mini split that'll be getting installed, but our son's going to do that for us. So the room's almost done. The flooring's going in tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be ready to move my long arm in it here pretty quick next week, maybe sometime after the floor sets up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's free to subscribe and to hit the like. Just that helps our channel out for more viewers. So I'm going to ask that you do that. Take a minute and do that. We really, really appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who's already subscribed, and all of you that watch every video. I'd say every week, but we haven't posted one in a couple of weeks, so I do apologize for that. And enjoy the show.
Now, there's one thing you'll probably notice, and some people criticize us for doing it, but the walls, when we were putting them up to save us in material, we didn't stop it on a stud every time. There are occasions that we didn't stop, but we staggered where our seams were. So therefore you have the top board and a bottom board. There may not be a stud here at the end, but the top board and bottom board is going to hold that board straight. And on some of the places we did put it on a stud, but
They're locked together.
They're locked together. It's
Yeah.
tongue and groove. Shiplap, I don't know if I'd do that with it. I think shiplap, I would go ahead and stop it on a stud because they don't really lock. They just overlap. Or lap siding, I wouldn't do that. It'd stop on a stud. But tongue and groove, it kind of locks itself together. So, we didn't, cut them off to the last stud. And there'll probably be some people that'll see that and, oh, that's not right. But it's not a structure wall. It is not like it's an external wall or, there's any stress on it or anything. It's not going anywhere with the tongue and groove. And it's not going to be in the weather. And yeah, there is, of course, I figure if she paints it enough, it'll seal them up. There is a small crack in between them that lets air through and stuff, but eventually she's going to get enough paint on that wall, it ain't going to do it no more anyhow. So,
Okay.
I just wanted to make that, because I know somebody's going to see that and say, oh, he didn't stop it on a stud. That's not right. But it didn't.
It holds great though. That's how we did the whole rest of this house, and there's not been a problem one. And we've had a few earthquakes, not big ones, but a few. So, okay, guys, thanks for watching and enjoy the show. Okay, so we've been putting our ceiling in. These are the tongue and groove that I already had stained quite a while ago, and because I stained them a while back and they've been standing up, they curved because they had gotten wet and they really were a little bit green even when we bought them. So they kind of curved, so it's been kind of a struggle and a fight. So what I'm telling you is if you're going to stain your boards, don't wait too long to get them put up. Wouldn't you say, Russ?
Yeah.
Because they will curve on you. So we had to cut ours down. They were 10-foot boards and we cut them all down to 2 3-footers and 1 4-footer, and that's what we've been doing, is staggering them, but they still look really good. So here's the ceiling, and he put the lights in as he went along because it's just easier than crawling up in there. This is where our attic ladder is going to be at, and as you see, we've already started storing old photos and things up there that we can't get rid of, but we don't have any place else to put them in this smaller house. the sewing room ceiling is in, and this is our last ceiling in the house to do. I'm so happy because I'm really tired of staining wood, and I'm tired of working above my head. So let me flip you guys around. Next, we're going to start this big 20-foot wall and see how far we get with it. Okay, so we're getting this wall. It's over half done now, about half done maybe. Oh, it looked like we did that wall really fast, but we started it right after dinner. It probably took us 2 hours, Rusty.
We didn't start at dinner. Yeah, we did.
Well, yeah, we finished this one up and we got on this one right after. The kids invited us down for grilled pork chops, so we went down there and ate, and then we came back and we did this probably in, I don't even know what time it is, but probably 2 to 3 hours. But we're pooped. So let me show you what we have left. We've done the 20-foot wall. We've done 11-foot wall. Tomorrow we're going to do this, and we'll have that done probably by lunchtime because that's not a very big wall either. It takes longer, I think, for me to cut them than it does for him to put them up at that point. And then we're going to take the rest of the wood that we have, and we're going to work on this wall as far as we can to get it done. And then it'll be Monday. We'll be heading over to the lumber store to get what little bit of lumber that we'll need. And then this room will be done except for the flooring, right, Wes? And he's got to put the trim on. So he put the inside trim on this window. He had them cut. Oh, okay. He had them cut and ready to go. And so he's got to put the top one in, but the bottom one's already in. And then we're going to put a trim around this. That's why that side over there is not stained. But we're going to be putting trim around that like we did in the living room and bedroom. And that's where we're at. You guys got to see kind of how we did it. It's just cut, nail, cut, nail, cut, nail. If you've got 2 people working, that's the best because then one person's cutting and bringing it. That was my job. And then the other one's just nailing and getting measurements for you. Okay, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Okay guys, so I decided to paint. So as you can see, the walls are painted now. We finished getting everything. We ripped the skinny boards that had to go to the very top. The trim's up there now too. Rusty's working on this opening right now for our attic ladder, and because of my long arm being right here, we had to cut a couple of boards out at this end, this end right here, and we'll be replacing these boards right here with the regular ceiling boards. That way, when you fold the ladder down, it'll come out and hopefully miss the long arm machine. So the window trims are all done. I do have to go and touch up the side of the board over there, so I do have some stain touch up to do. But yeah, this is where we're at so far. We still have the door trim to do, but we're waiting for the flooring on that since it goes all the way. We have the flooring coming tomorrow, and then the baseboard trim will go in after the flooring. Okay, thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great day.